Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17.
And Greyshot151 here.
And we're doing a review of a movie called Logan.
Yes.
Little indie film.
Yes, starring Hugh Jackman,
Patrick Stewart,
and
quite a few other actors who I forget the name of.
Yeah, a lot of little kids.
So this film is supposedly the final send-off for the Wolverine character Hugh Jackman portrays, which is Logan.
Yes.
This features a storyline kind of loosely based off Old Man Logan, but really not.
Not in any way, shape, or form. It's really just kind of like the
swan song.
It's not even like spoilers for the comic. Old Man Logan doesn't die in the comic.
Yeah.
Just as a note there, he actually kills the Hulk.
Yeah. A Hulk that had hillbilly children with She-Hulk. Okay, not hillbilly. What's the terminology I'm looking at? Inbred. There we go.
He also killed a whole bunch of other... He tried to kill the supervillains, and he was running around with a blind Hawkeye. So obviously, as you can expect, Fox couldn't make that movie.
No.
Because this budget would be so high that the Titanic would be choking.
Also, they can't get half the characters.
That is true. So,
okay,
what they chose instead was to focus on the storyline of the... Can I say this?
Okay, so...
The final chapter of Wolverine's legacy.
Yes. So the question is this film... Because, again, it's supposedly Hugh Jackman's final portrayal as Wolverine. Is it a good film? Is it a great film? Should we go out and see it?
Is it worthy of Wolverine's... Hugh Jackman's possibly final portrayal of the character?
Yes.
And to answer this question, it is a resounding maybe. Here's why.
I love how it's just like, maybe. And it's just like, wait, what?
Let us explain, because many of you have probably heard
before we get into spoilers, it is a good film.
Yes, there are some great characters in it. Yes. X-23 by far is the show stealer, much more so than I would say than even Logan's portrayal by Hugh Jackman. I would say, X-23 is by far fantastic.
Yep.
Which is the young girl you see in the trailers. That's not a spoiler, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, shape, or form.
You see her claws come out.
Yeah, exactly. You see Patrick Stewart does an admirable performance as Charles Xavier. Patrick Stewart? Charles Xavier?
Yes.
I said that right. I thought I got the names mixed. I was like, I got that right, yeah. Any case, he does an admirable job, and the villains themselves, those that pop up throughout,
they're good.
They're good, but they're not Deadpool level villains. And here
I wouldn't even say Deadpool. I would just say they're not X2. Like, they're not X2. Like, the whole Stryker dynamic, stuff like that. X2 had a better villain per se, and at least more clear cut. X3, of course, and X1, it's Magneto. Magneto, of course. Magneto can be very good or very stupid, depending on what movie and what time he's in.
Yes. But to say that we are not recommending this film is not what we're saying. We would say if you're a fan of Wolverine, if you are a fan of the X-Men genre, be more wary.
Yeah.
Go in there with tempered expectations.
There are a lot of hype for this movie.
If you have honestly, I think if you have no experience to a Wolverine film, you might actually like this more.
Yeah.
And we'll explain that in the spoilers. So I would give it a recommendation. If you're interested in seeing it, I would say go see it.
Yeah. But that being said, this isn't... Like, people are saying, this is the best comic book movie ever. This should be nominated for the top pictures of the year. I'm like, no.
Deadpool, I would say, is a far
Deadpool
superior.
has a better track. And it's not just because of... Okay,
we're going to go... Okay, so we're going to go into spoilers. Final warning, spoilers, here. Right here. You notice it. You see it right now.
Our recommendation, good, not great. Good film, good send-off for Hugh Jackman if this is his final film.
Yes.
All right.
Now to the spoilers.
Spoilers. He dies.
Yes. Big surprise.
Yeah. I figured, again, the same director was like, I want to change his claws to be bone because I want him to have an effect for the next movie. And they're like, well, screw continuity. And so this film, like, they're going to kill him. Like, I had a good idea, and I'm like, Charles is going to die halfway through. Spoiler, he dies halfway through.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the plot points from the trailer, and that's not a bad thing because there are a lot of surprises. Again, I say this, X-23, the young girl, who is basically...
has a claw in her foot, by the way.
Which, by the way...
Which never happens except for one time. I'm like...
No, it does. It does.
Oh, it does.
It does, but... I remember that from the, I never saw the 90s X-Men. Oh, I did. But I saw the X-Men Evolution, and I remember that vividly. I remember the foot claw. from that show, which obviously didn't have violence, but in any case,
it was still pretty good.
The girl is Logan's daughter, but not by a lot. Well, not by his choosing. Essentially, she was created with a whole bunch of other mutants. They escape the facility and they're trying to get north.
Which is in Mexico, by the way, because there's no regulation.
Exactly. Good old Mexico.
U.S. has regulation. Goddamn Canada has regulation, but like.
By the way, Canada's like the good guy in this.
Yes.
They're like
the promised land. I'm like.
Canada?
Look, I know the United States can be bad, but as Canada as the white savior in the entire world.
Okay, so here, basically there is a quote unquote Eden, which the girl sees in a comic book, which I actually
I like that. I like that portrayal. It's like, okay,
which is this because
some
the
guys
movie is
like
ambiguous.
I can use this to make money off the X-Men and make fake stories or something, whatever.
Is this an actual place or is this fake? You don't know. You never find out, which is nice. It's this movie likes to do ambiguous, and I like, that aspect of.
Wait, I thought Eden was actually the place that they hooked up, and they were just meeting someone across, or was that across the border?
Across the border.
Oh, never mind.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Again, the problem with this movie, and again, the characters are well acted, but there's a lot. And I can understand ambiguity for the sake of the film or whatnot, but the problem is this movie holds on to too much. And the other note I have is the problem with the Fox franchise in general, and it's a problem that DC's having the opposite problem with, which is because every single film is separated, you don't feel the full effect of this trial that Logan, X-23, and Charles Xavier go through, because it's separate, it's not real. You made the excellent point where it's connected.
Okay, so if for me, when I left this film, like, oh, Hugh Jackman died, that's terrible. It doesn't matter, and it's weird because of the fact, like, what do you teens? It's like a good character story. Do they give great performances? Yes, everyone gives great performances, but the problem is I never bought the world. The world was so convoluted in my mind that even, like, I tried to buy this world that all the X-Men died because of Xavier, which was, again, a great character moment. He killed some of his own people. That's why he, like, kind of recessed in his own ticking time bomb of sorts. That's cool. But the whole, again, how they reveal that the mutants have been under their, like, control for 25 years and how no one has been able to have mutant children because of this reason.
Gene therapy inside of
an energy drink or, like, just normal drinks and food and stuff like that.
Which I would like to beg the note, if you see the movie, literally anytime they use whatever the machine is, that you can clearly see that there are mutants across the entirety of the world. And I'm not sure about you, but the United States is not the entire world. Shocking, I know.
Also, it's like the fact that no mutant's been born in 25 years. Oh, okay, so let's say you started this 25 years ago, and it's in corn syrup. Do you know how many people do, like, vividly...
All natural.
Are all natural, and how many people are across the world? The United States maybe can bypass
Listen, we give out a lot of food, but... It would require such an international... It'd be such a conspiracy that... Again, it's something that... It almost feels like this should have been a mission 24 years ago, when 1 year passes without a single mutant child. Charles Xavier, at that time, being 70, probably would have been like, I wonder if something's wrong.
This is going to sound terrible. It would have made more sense they do that stupid cure thing. Like, in X3, then it's like, we have secretly cured mutantism.
Or there was
for the past 25 years. And the mutants, which, by the way, again, there's hints that the X-Men are still alive. Like, Scott Summers, you said.
No, that's in something else.
Oh.
That's in something else. That was in the first thing.
Oh, okay.
Which, by the way, spoilers, this movie's worth it based on the first 5 minutes. I won't say what it is, because the spoiler would ruin the spoiler. Trust me on this. But... Go see this movie.
All right, cover your ears. I'm going to say it.
I mean, you can
I really want to say it.
Fine, say
Deadpool's in this movie, and that like blew my mind and was amazing. It's like instead of an after credit scene, it was before the movie scene, and it's Deadpool.
It's hilarious.
And it's an amazing scene, which again I will not spoil, but holy God, that blew my mind when I saw Deadpool.
Because at first I was in the movie. I was
we're watching this movie, Deadpool, we're like,
I was like, again, here's the thing. I was like, oh my God, Deadpool's in this. It's connected to that world. That's why the world is so the weapons program, it's connected. Like, I was hoping, but then
they're gonna explain.
It just dropped the ball so hard because it wasn't connected. It was just Deadpool coming soon, but not soon enough.
Yes. Yeah. Not coming soon enough. That was it. And it's okay. That's pretty funny. But in the whole scene with Deadpool, that's great with Ryan Reynolds, and it gets great. But then it starts the movie, and the movie's like, okay, this is good. I like this setup Hugh Jackman's in, but like the reason his powers are diminishing, it's kind of just like
it's like, oh, the adamantium is killing him. But the problem is, if he wanted to die, he could have just shot it. Like, he just wants to slowly suffer. He even says
himself, like, it's like I'm just like, wait, so you know you're dying, you don't care. But
I think he was just staying around to keep Charles alive.
Yeah, but then he's like, I keep this adamantium bullet, which, spoiler, it's like, they're going to use that thing. And it's just like, I know, it's like, okay, and they even hint like, oh, there's this X-24 that they're working on. We've changed it. And I'm like, they're going to use it on that. As soon as they said
fun fact, that. X-24 is actually a young Hugh Jackman. Well, it's Hugh Jackman, but looking younger.
Yes.
And it's really, he does it very well. He kind of reminds me of Sabretooth in that regard, the ferocity and all that. But
and I again, it's just like further, I was like, this movie is incredible. It's like, I saw that coming, I saw this coming, I saw that, I saw this. It has great character moments. It didn't change the fact I knew exactly how this movie was going to play. It didn't change the fact that I didn't believe the story. It doesn't change the fact that while Hugh Jackman, all the main leads give great performances. I just
at the end of the day, here's the thing: if you don't believe in the world, then you don't believe in the character. The characters can be all they want, but I couldn't believe in this world.
I believe Deadpool because Deadpool's such a great character, and they put enough nuggets in there. It's like, I can buy they're in the Marvel universe. I never
the Fox universe,
or like. No, yeah, because the aircraft carrier and stuff like that. Yes.
The other problem is with the Fox universe is because every movie is separated, and because every movie, basically they can create their own story, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Days of Future Past, great. Apocalypse, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
X3, let's not talk about it. But X2 is good. It's like, because they're not connected.
Yeah.
You never felt invested in Logan dying. It's almost like if Tony Stark had a one-off where he dealt with alcoholism, and the guy he killed in the first movie, the corporate CEO, came back and was trying to take back the company. And you're just, in your mind, you're like, wait, he's supposed to be dead.
Yeah.
How is that? Like, again, it's those little problems, and
also,
you never fully and because of the problems we mentioned earlier, you never feel invested in the world. Because you don't feel invested in the world.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna blow your fucking mind. Stryker had one kid, right?
Sure.
That one kid was the mutant that in X2 was was the counter to Xavier, right? So when did Stryker have another kid?
Again, that's the other problem.
If just on that note, if you're saying like this is a completely different universe, then I don't like. I'm sorry. It feels like Batman the Animated Series when they had a whole what if scenario.
Yeah,
it's cool, but after you just like at the end when you finally realize that, and I'm just like
you don't feel invested because there's nothing to be invested in. And
I have a better closing for Hugh. I have a better closing for Logan. In the Days of Future Past in this movie, he is great in this movie. I can't undermine that. But it's just like by walking out of that movie, I'm like, it's good. I just don't care. It's a good film. I enjoy the action. The action is great. The effects are great. But it's just
the performances by X-23 and all the characters are great. But the problem is because you don't feel invested in this world.
Yeah.
Because your mind, especially if you've seen previous movies, races, and you nitpick like that's not right. This isn't a thing, or the main note of the world by no mutant being born or whatnot. It's those little aspects that just take you out of it.
Yeah.
And that reminds you, oh right, this isn't going to matter because when Super Sinister Dr. Sinister shows up and Wolverine makes a cameo in that, it's like right, he's not dead.
I think they were leading up to the fact that this was Dr. Sinister, I'm assuming.
Was it? There's nothing in the movie
that's my thing. It's just like, isn't that industry supposed to be Dr. Sinister's...
I don't know. I honestly don't know too much about that character.
They put certain hints, but the problem is this world is not fleshed out enough to be like, all right, I can picture this.
Again,
and it's so convoluted what they do throw at you. It's just like,
when Tony Stark does...
Oh my god.
Let me put it like this. When Tony Stark eventually does die...
Yes.
For instance, in the Avengers, when you think for a second he's going to die...
Yes.
You feel emotional weight because you've seen this character through Iron Man. It's the same character.
Okay.
It's the same character throughout. Yes, he was shitty, maybe, in like X2.
Yes.
Or, sorry, X2. Iron Man 2. But you still see that character.
Can I give actually a better example?
Sure.
Lego Batman has a universe that is not part of the DC. It is completely separate from DC. Yet when a certain character is possibly on death's door, you care about them because the world is believable enough that you're invested. The characters are believable enough you're invested.
You can believe the world. In this one, because it's almost like because of all these different facts, you feel your brain's pointing it out, and you just can't focus, and you can't believe this world. And that's the problem with the film.
It's dark and gritty, which is fine.
And the action is superb. I mean, you want to see Wolverine tear people apart. This is the movie.
Yeah.
You also want to see a young girl tear someone apart.
Yeah.
By all means. I will say this. I'm very happy this film was made because not only is there a scene where a young girl has a harpoon shot through and she slices off and then takes out the guy that did it, but then you see you see basically what would be the children of the corn at the very end tearing apart entire military, and you're just like, this is why children are terrifying. this is why. But yeah, it has so many good moments, but you don't believe it, and that's the problem. That's the problem with Logan.
I never got sucked in.
You want to, but you just can't. That's why this movie is good and not great.
Like, it's for me, it's probably the best single Wolverine movie. Like, if you're going between origins, which God forbid you like, I'm sorry.
And the Wolverine was good in certain respects as well, which also had a similar note of Wolverine wanting, he as a person that has immortality, basically,
wanting to cure himself, and it's just like, what? I don't know. The whole. And don't get me wrong, they highlight some things about this movie about how this is like some mementos of things that have happened before. It's just it
doesn't culminate because you don't believe the backstory. Yeah, and maybe again that could just be us because this movie's getting great reviews, and well, at least at this point, again, we're not definitely we like films.
I'm very curious to see how people react to this film because while critics adore it.
I think critics adore it because I think critics adore
it because it's so different. But the problem is, different doesn't mean it's
great.
Yeah,
it has some great. The music is great. The action sequences. This is a character piece, but it's a character piece set in a world where you don't care about, and that's I've said that like 10 times, but that's my main problem.
Wolverine has cool scenes. Like there's a moment where people are frozen, and he has claws out, and he's slowly going toward the guy,
and he slowly kills them one at a time, and they're just literally standing there,
and they can't move, and it's like that's great, but it just and there's moments like with the farmer when the farmer's like takes out X-24 and then turns back to like Wolverine. It's like you did this to my family, and tries to kill Wolverine, and just like. Succumbs to his wounds. It's like that moment. Those moments are so good.
They're impactful.
But the villain is so stupid, and the world is so stupid.
Also, there's like tons of moments where they say kill the kids on sight, but then they say capture the kids.
Yeah, they
keep
back
going
and forth.
back. Yeah,
it's like, do we want the kids dead or we want them alive? We have dead on it. We have a kill.
You start out dead because you wanted to kill them.
Yes.
Then they escaped.
Yeah.
Then you wanted to kill them, but now you want to capture them. But then you want to kill them again, and it's like
there's a moment where it's like the guy's like, "You said dead or alive?" And it's like, "Yeah, hold on." And then it's like after the whole shebang, he's like, "No, don't kill her." And it's like, then they start trying to kill her, and then it's like, "Okay, cap her." So that they try to capture her, and then later on the line, they keep going between killing her and capturing her.
Which, by the way, I just want to make note. I just want to make note. If Adamantium kills Wolverine, then don't you think he might have a bit more remorse by the fact that she knows she's going to die? Also, this girl's never going to grow.
Wolverine grew up. Wolverine grew like he had the healing powers. He slowly aged.
No. I'm not saying he can't grow up. I'm not saying she can't grow up. I'm saying she physically can't grow.
No. Wolverine grew up with his powers.
But okay. Wolverine when was he infected with the adamantium?
No.
In the 70s. Did he grow after that? Did he get taller? No.
Oh, shoot.
Because he's in a metal skeleton.
Oh, fuck.
She's in a metal skeleton.
Oh,
so
fuck.
in 20 years, when she's the same height...
maybe they'll... Oh, my God.
I'm just making note of this now. In the comics, she probably grows normally. I'm just making note because that was the first thing I thought.
That'd be amazing. She's just like a 40. She literally is the height of Wolverine.
That was me. That was my. I was just like, holy shit! I could just imagine a skit in 20 years. It's like she's the same height.
Yep.
And she's just like she literally would be a better Wolverine. By the way, the foot blade. She is far deadlier than Wolverine has ever been, and it was great.
Or she harkens back to the days where Wolverine kicked ass and was very cool.
Yes.
But
okay, so let's finish this up. We're rambling.
Yeah, we're 20 minutes.
Holy Any case, so should you see this film? Yes. Are you probably not going to absolutely adore and consider it the best superhero film of all time?
Maybe.
We'll leave that up to your decision. But for us, no. This is not the best superhero film by a long shot.
There are X-Men Days of Future Past, X2. Hell, I would even put the Wolverine on the running for equal. But actually, the Wolverine, no, I wouldn't put that much. But it's probably the top 3. But the problem is, X1 is okay. Go back to it's okay. X3 is terrible. Origins is terrible. Actually, no, Deadpool's fantastic. So it's not even in the top 3 for me.
Deadpool easily is in the top 5. Along with
this
Iron
is number
Man,
4.
Spider-Man 2.
Then I'm thinking of overall just X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah.
This is Deadpool, X2, and Days of Future Past. Those are my top 3.
Yeah. And this one's 4, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best standard by itself Wolverine movie, but that's it. So in any case, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this review. I hope you guys enjoyed our in-depth analysis. But we're
gonna get so much hate, but
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But we will see you guys next time. We're gonna see another another entry into a franchise that has been long gestating, and one that's dear to our hearts. Hey, this is Kong in the Godzilla universe. We are seeing this movie in IMAX, and I'm excited. And it's probably not going to be good. It may not be. It may be good. It may be.
It may be fantastic. If everyone's raving how great Logan is. And this is what we got.
Everyone raved about Split, and I don't understand why.
Yeah. No. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
In any case, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time. And in the meantime, go see John Wick 2. Highly recommended.
For Bloodbath, yeah.
Currently the best movie I would say in theaters at the moment.
Yes. We'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.